Hello Aries, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading. I will be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. Oh boy, quite a few things here. We have abundance followed by illusion. And I also want to thank all of you for sending me your well wishes and for sending me remedies as well. I'm not 100% back to normal. I can feel that I still have a little bit of imbalance when I'm walking. But the dizziness from the vertigo has gone, so that's a good thing. But it's just taking much longer than usual. I would suspect that it would have gone by now, but it's just ridiculously a lengthy process. So when I move my head, I still feel a little imbalance, but it is much, much better than before. I can at least walk. I'm not feeling dizzy like I constantly was. All right, so keep in mind that this is a general love reading and it's not going to resonate with everyone out there. The parts that do, sure, you can take those as pieces of information that's coming for you, but the ones that don't, at this moment in time, that is meant for someone else. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. Okay, so here we have, sorry about that, here we have, I'm just going to go over these: abundance, illusion, centering, death and rebirth, sensuality, illness, wellness, selfhood, hearth and home, and then we have synthesis under the bottom of the deck. So Aries, I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Aries, I never really valued you before, but now, as time has gone by and there has been distance between us, there is a part of me that now understands your worth. I value you now, something I didn't really do before. There is so much prosperity, I feel, that both you and I can go through and deal with. I can learn from you and you can learn from me. I also feel that there are things that I just can't tell you. It may seem as though I don't care, as though I have kept my distance. But in all honesty, I'm just hiding the truth about how I feel about this situation. I'm hiding behind a false mask, behind a veil, behind a curtain, staring at you from a distance, just observing. In this connection, I do feel a spiritual sense. There's something about you that makes me feel very centered. This feeling of being centered. You also make me feel grounded. I am very much in tune with myself when I think about you. There are certain aspects spiritually that I never really thought of. But being in this connection with you for some reason, I have started to sense this and feel this. I do want a second chance in this connection. And I know you may not want this. You may not even think that this is possible. Why should you give me a second chance? But this is something that I want. It's something that I feel that could happen. I want to put to sleep all that has happened before. Things were bad back then. They were rough. They could have been better, but they were not. And now, going through the experiences that I have, I see things and I feel things can be much better. You are so sensual, very good looking, very alluring. I find that there are many things about you, things that I really never thought about before, but now I realize you are drop-dead gorgeous. You make me want to be with you intimately, just because of your ways, the way you walk, the way you talk, your gestures, the way your body moves, the contours that I see when you wear certain clothes. It's difficult for me not to think about you in this way, but you are very sensual. And yes, there are things holding me down now. There are many things holding me down. I feel held down by constraints or burdens or responsibilities. Memories that are haunting me. Things that I have done in the past, perhaps, that I shouldn't have. And now, I don't have a choice, but they stay in my memory. And there's a part of me that sees you as someone who is very independent now. You're independent. You don't need me. It seems like that to me. There's so much about you that you don't realize now how powerful you seem. And I simply ignore you and pretend as if I don't see this, but I do see you and I sense that you are moving on. And this does intimidate me. Yes, I do feel intimidated. And after all that's happened, I can't stop thinking about the fact that I feel as though you are so close to me like family. You and I, we are so close. And I do feel as though you are like home. Wherever you are, that is where home is. There is love. And it's difficult for me to think otherwise, think in any other way. I can confide in you and fear, and not fear, that you will judge me. I have confided in you many things, and I'm not afraid that you're going to judge me or blame me. This is something that I realized that not a lot of people do. When I'm cold, I feel that you are that person that can make me warm emotionally. And when I am lost, you are like that lighthouse in the storm. I can see you from far away. You've always been there for me. But I was never really like that with you. And right now, I know and I feel that yes, in this connection, there is an issue. We do have the sense of broken feelings. There's a lack of peace and harmony in this connection now. And what I want to do is I do want to reach out and make our situation better. I do want to make peace and harmony with you. I want to offer you something. But the way I've behaved, I don't know if you even want me back. Because I actually see you moving on as though you don't need me anymore. I'm no longer important. And that makes me afraid. And for that reason, I pretend as if it doesn't bother me. But in actuality, it does. Because what I really want to do is have a restart, rekindle this connection the right way. I want to start something new with you and make things better. All right, Aries. Whatever happened between the both of you, some of you, not all of you, some of you may have moved on from this person, or some of you might be trying to move on, and it may look as if you are having a good time with your friends, with your family. But whatever behavior that you are showing, this aura, there's an aura that you're showing now. And this person sees you as someone who is single and ready to mingle. And that scares them. Because now they don't have a hold on you. They don't have a grip on you. Okay. Let's have a look at the Lover's Path Tarot. I'm going to look at what is one of the main problems and the main issues that has occurred in this connection that perhaps this person is not telling you. One of the blockages, any hindrances. Whoa, okay. There you go, 8 of Cups. And the 7 of Staves. Okay. With the 8 of Cups, this talks about the reason why, Aries, this person has taken a step back. Yes, they are taking a leave of absence because there was a sense of disillusionment and there was a lack of transition in this life with you. Here we have the need for a more substance in life, whether that be more of satisfying relationships or a more authentic way of life. So some of you might have been in a third-party situation or in a situation where one of you was acting. One of you was not being so truthful. Authentic. There was a need to be more authentic. So if you were in a third-party connection, then this talks about you hiding many things. Was there a lot of hiding going on? Not telling the truth, not being authentic, right? But in addition to that, this could be for those of you that are not in that type of a connection either. Simply being with somebody who was just not being truthful. They were not being authentic. Here, what has happened now, lingering too long in a difficult or superficial situation. So, at the time when this separation happened between the both of you, this person thought that they had been in the connection for too long with you, thinking that it was a superficial situation. Here, we have uncertainty about a relationship, whether they should have stayed or left. having doubts. So they did feel that the connection that they had with you was superficial, and they did not know if it was genuine, and because they had these feelings, they walked away. Here we have 7 of Staves. Here it talks about this person also feeling quite overwhelmed. They were their own worst enemy. And they had started to create problems from distracting from what was really going on. So there really could have been an issue, but it might not have been in relation to the connection that you had, but this person would just use it as an excuse to try to make an excuse to distract themselves from what's really going on. Sometimes we do that, right? We deflect, sometimes we make excuses. So this person kind of did that with you. Here there's a sense of instability with this individual. And there could have been success, but only after dealing with a difficult person or the situation and opposing their intentions. So there was a lot of conflict here. Be careful not to let their mess become yours. Yikes. Be careful not to let their mess become yours. Okay, this is just for some of you now. Some of you might have been going through family issues, drug issues, hopefully not, mental health issues, some type of issue, okay? This person could not handle it. And this is literally for just a small portion of you, because I've never actually really seen this part of this text. But it talks about be careful not to let their mess become yours. So they were careful not to allow your burdens to become their burden. Not to allow your responsibilities to become their responsibilities and their burden. But guys, when you're in a connection, that is what makes a couple powerful. Their burden becomes yours and you work on it together and you succeed. We share responsibilities, we share burdens, we share constraints. That is a true relationship. This person really did not want to invest their time and energy and effort into you. By the way, I was aware that this has been on for a while, so that was not an omen. This is bad though. This person really had thought they had figured you out, but they had not. They thought they knew you, but they never did, honestly. This person was like, I would almost say, somebody who is arrogant, somebody who, I don't want to say the word narcissistic, but a slight portion of narcissism might be here. Narcissism is actually personality disorder. We have to be careful when we use this word. Not everybody is a narcissist. They're just bossy. They're just like this. But some people truly are. And it's because of the way they were raised, because of the environment that they've been in, and what they feel on the inside. So they act like this. This person, Aries, might have acted like a know-it-all at some point. But in actuality, this person had no idea that you really did feel love for them. You had emotions for them, and they thought it was not real. On top of that, they did not want to deal with anything that you were encountering. It's difficult. Sometimes we have issues with in-laws, and the spouse might just become silent. You know what? I'm not dealing with it. You deal with it. And it truly does become difficult for one person to deal with a situation. A problem shared is a problem halved. And if you share your problems with someone, you will definitely find a solution. And at the very least, that bubble of frustration that you have, that will be released. It's literally like a negative bubble that was around you. Wow, this person is quite difficult. But Aries, they are changing. Remember, the cards were pretty good in the beginning. They are changing. Let's have a look at, and they have changed. Yep. Now they feel unconditional love for you. They didn't before, but now they see this because you have taught them. You have taught them what love is all about. Oh my goodness. Wowee, Aries. Okay, this person is definitely into you. They are almost addicted to you, and they are also addicted to you sexually. They can't stop thinking about you. They're obsessed with you. Oh my gosh. Okay. And yes, you remember how I just talked about this person being Mr. Know-It-All or Miss Know-It-All, Mrs. Know-It-All. Yeah, that's what this person is like. We have here the Emperor. Now, like I say, some of you already know, for me, the Emperor this is somebody who's going to love you the way that they know how to love, but they may not love you the way you want to be loved. Some people are okay with that, and some people are not. You have to resonate. Ooh, look at that. Yep. Now, even though they're Mr. Emperor and all that, they are still very nervous. They are trying to spy on you from afar. They don't have the confidence to reach out to you right now, so they might be looking online at social media if you're on it. If not, they could be literally stalking you. I hope not. I mean, you know, what is stalking these days, right? Most of people are wearing masks. Isn't that just weird? But like, this person's trying to find out what you're up to, you know, where you are, what you're doing, who you're doing it with. We also have the fact that this person could be asking your friends, your family, your social circle, what it is that you're up to. Why? Because they don't have the guts. They do not have the guts. There is no use of being an emperor when you don't have confidence. What the heck is this? This is somebody that's all show. Do you remember right in the beginning? Illusion. Remember illusion? It's all show. Honest to God, this person, man, this insane. It's just like, why put up the show? Why put up this show? There is ego. There is pride. There is a lot going on here. And you know what, Aries? You are going to have to keep your distance because eventually they will crack. And they already are. They're starting to break. But they need to come down to your level of emotions and love and compassion. They cannot always be in the driver's seat. No, it's not going to be their way or the highway. No. You have your own exit. No. You're not going to be dealing like that with this person. That's not good for you, okay? Some of us really give in and we do not look at the bloody red flags that come in front of our faces, and we are not happy. We don't realize how much this person's dominating our ass. Okay? Just because you love this person, you need to understand love is a gift from God. It should not be abused. That is a gift. Not everybody gets to love someone. Only love this person if they give you that love in return. Please. I mean, otherwise your souls are not going to be happy. What is going to happen, however, with the distance that you're going to keep, yes, this person is definitely going to reach out to you. And when they do, sure, you can be sweet, soft, subtle. However, keep healthy boundaries, okay? Healthy boundaries are needed in this type of connection because this is a very complicated connection, guys. Ooh, you're dealing with somebody who really likes to run the show. And that's fine as long as they're running it correctly, right? We know what's wrong and what's right. We know that. Sometimes it's subjective, but we need to understand that there's certain boundaries that are healthy, and sometimes things that we just get abused because we're so in love with a person, we will bend over backwards. We will give them thousands and thousands of dollars, even if they're like a friends with benefits connection. Don't do that. Some of you do that. I've had friends that have done that, for goodness sakes. And it's terrible. People have had to take them to court in order to get the money back. And this is just an example, okay? I'm just giving an example because this person, yes, they love you. They do want you, no problem. but there has to be a good level of emotional stability and commitment, a safe level, a level where you're not always running after this person, but they are also chasing you once in a while. It has to be a two-way street. It has to be. Sorry, I just got really passionate about that because it was too many cards all at once. All right, guys, let's have a look at this is the good God. See, I can't, I'm not a multitasker. One second. This is Doreen Virtue's Archangel Answer cards. There you go. I'm just going to do a quick prayer. Okay, so listen, you know what? These are messages from Archangel Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel, and I mean, whatever they say is whatever they say. I don't know if that's going to be very positive for you or on a negative note, but these are angels, and they see where your life is headed, and they also see what's going to make your soul happy. What's ultimately going to make your soul happy? Because if your soul is happy, then your body is happy and you are healthy. Some of you might have also been feeling so constrained, like restricted by this person, that it's been difficult for you to find your own freedom or find yourself. You've lost yourself. You've forgotten who you were. You've forgotten what your ambitions were because you've bent over backwards for this person. Of course, not all of you are going to resonate, but this is the energy that I'm getting from this person. Holy Hannah, look at that. Ask for help from others and helpful people. People. It's talking about you interacting with other human beings. Oh my goodness. You need to see a different perspective. That's what you need. We do become emotionally dependent on people just because of emotions. It's very difficult to let go sometimes. You got an extra card here. Oh, goodness me. Hold on. Okay, not the right time. All right, so let's see. Under the bottom of the deck, communicate clearly. You're going to give a piece of your mind to this person. Okay. Aries. Wait. Then we have ask for help from others. So they are telling you that, yes, you can wait, but it is important for you to ask for help from others, other people. This could be friends, family. It could even be a therapist. It could be anybody that you feel that you can trust who has had an experience in this type of a situation. And you can also look for a sign. This could be signs and synchronicities. This could be a sign for you to move on. It could be a sign for you to focus on yourself. Them behaving like this is also a sign on its own. All the red flags that you might have seen, you might have noticed, and some of you might not have noticed it. We all are usually innocently in love, right? Because we're trusting the person. Here we have remain positive. So they do want you to definitely keep an open mind, remain positive, because the more positive energy you're going to send out, the more positive energy you will receive. Again, helpful people. Talk to some people. This is twice they've mentioned this. Now, you may think that now is the right time for you to communicate because you can't wait any longer, right? But like they're saying, wait. No, right now is not the right time. Not right now. And they want you to trust. Trust in God. Trust in the Christ consciousness. Through Christ you can get to Jehovah, his Father. He has many names in the Abrahamic religion. And you can pray. Just pray. Talk. He's also a counselor. He's the best counselor of all. And listen to your intuition because that is your soul speaking to you. Your soul is much more older and wiser. And it will provide you with some clarity and some guidance. It's good. It's not bad sometimes to talk to yourself because you do hear answers. And sometimes it's your own voice and sometimes it can be someone else's. Now, ultimately, what is going to happen? The time will be right in the future. And here we have communicate clearly. So yes, it is important that when you get the chance, you don't bombard this person with paragraphs and paragraphs of information. Honestly, have 2 to 3 concise sentences that you have recited, that you have practiced, that you want to talk to this person about. Because out of all those paragraphs and pages of words that you may speak, they are only going to remember 3 or 4 points. That's about it. So don't get into irrelevant detail, even if it is connected. Okay? Communicate clearly. So this is talking about do not taunt them, do not mock. You're going to get one opportunity. Let's make the most of it. Don't be indirect. Definitely don't be sarcastic. If you're writing an email or something, read the words to yourself before you send it out. Think about it. Does it sound rude? Read it in a rude tone to yourself, because sometimes, my God, it's happened to me. You send it out and the tone sounds totally messed up. It sounds rude. Even if you try to be nice, it sounds bloody rude. So just be careful when you're communicating with this person. This person does feel, I'm sensing that they're hypersensitive. I'm sensing that they've had a lot of childhood trauma and anger management issues. I'm sensing that right now. The word anger management is occurring here. If you can, if this person's willing to, send them over to anger management classes. Have them learn how to be soft and subtle and gentle in society with you. Because that's what love is all about. We're supposed to be compassionate, caring, and soft towards one another. All right, guys, that was a very, very strong reading. Oh my goodness. Very different kind of reading. And you know what it is, Aries? You yourself are a fire sign, right? Very hot, very fierce, very passionate. So sometimes it's like butting heads, right? It's butting heads. You're the billy goat. Sometimes butting heads. So yes, it's going to be a little difficult, but I do see that this person will give in eventually. There's going to be communication. You're just going to have to wait a little bit. For those of you that are honestly over and just done with this person, move on. Do not look back, honestly, because you will eventually find someone, and the someone will be someone that's supposed to come into your life. Could be from a past life connection. Most of the time, this is what I've seen that truly does happen. It could be any spiritual connection, a karmic partner, soulmate, twin flame. Somebody will come into your life, even if you decide to jump ship and not be with this person. All right. You guys take care. Stay safe. Thank you once again for viewing the video and the channel. And I will see you guys again. You take care and stay safe. Bye now.